Hi everyone, welcome to Overcharged Plasma Gaming, and this is our first battle report featuring Gavin's Necrons versus my Raven Guard. We are playing ITC Mission 4, what yours is mine, and we're playing on Spearhead Assault because Gavin is going first and I chose to take that zone. So Gavin, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself?
There's not much to talk about, mate.
I'll wish with you that.
I'm from Dundee. Basically, I've been going to the club for 3 years now. I've basically taken part in about 4 or 5 competitive tournaments, so I've got a little bit of experience behind me, but I'm not running the best. Unfortunately, I'm not running the most competitive of armies in Necrons at the moment.
Yeah, you're waiting to get your book out.
Yeah, I'm also a Space Wolf player, so I'm currently waiting on them coming out, so
yeah,
really hoping that they'll be good.
And if they're any good, we'll get you back on the channel, and if not, we'll just keep running this list.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, well anyway, I'm Chris, and this is my channel, and I've been a Space Marine player and general Imperium player for about 2.5–3 years now. I've been coming up to the Dundee Club for 2 years?
Yeah.
No, less than 2 years.
About 2 years now.
Yeah. Anyway, these annoying people got me into tournaments, particularly the man behind the camera right now, and I got hooked on it, so I decided to make a YouTube channel and see if it's any good. So thanks. Oh, we're not going to talk about the armies. Hey everyone, this is 2,000 points of Raven Guard Successors. They are all hungry for battle and long-range marksmen. We're going to start with the first battalion detachment, led by the Warlord, who is a chaplain, who's going to be the Master of Sanctity. He's going to know 2 litanies. He's going to have Catechism of Fire and Canticle of Hate. He's also going to have the Warlord trait of Wise Orator. I'm going to spend a pre-game stratagem called Master of the Trifold Path to get him a Raven Guard Warlord trait, which is going to be Shadow Master. Then in the second HQ for the first battalion, we have a Phobos Lieutenant. He's gonna have the free relic, but I have to pay to get access to that because I'm not Raven Guard pure, which is Ex Nebris, which is a better sniper rifle. I've got 3 elite choices, which is the Centurion Assault with Hurricane Bolters and Flamers. There's 6 of them. I've got a apothecary. He's going to be the chief apothecary, and he's going to be the hero of the chapter to get a third warlord trait, which is going to be Father of the Future. Hiding in the back there is some aggressors that I'm borrowing from Innes. Then we have 3 troop choices to fill out the battalion, which is 1, 2, 3 units of regular assault rifle intercessors. I've also got a heavy support choice in that, in this detachment, which is a Centurion Devastator unit with grav cannons and hurricane bolters. Into the second battalion, we have the Chapter Master with a jump pack, storm shield, and thunder hammer. We also have a Phobos Captain who's just going to be stock, no relics on him. I've got 15 Sniper Scouts and 9 Primaris Eliminators.
2,000 point Necron army. I'm running 3 detachments today. I'm running an Outrider, Spearhead, and an Airwing. First of all, we've got the Outrider over here, which has got a Destroyer Lord and a Cryptic, who are the HQ choices. The Destroyer Lord is running my free relic, which is the Nanoscarab Casket and has a War Scythe. And the Cryptic has the Chronometron for a 5-up invuln against shooting. Also in that detachment, I have my unit of 9 Tomb Blades, who are running Gauss and Shadow Loons, 3 Scarabs, and then a unit of 6 regular Destroyers, who are going to be great for killing off elite units. The detachment is also Mephrit, so that is when I'm in half range, I'll get an extra AP with all my shooting. The next detachment is a mixed detachment, which has my Warlord, which is a Lord. He just has a regular Staff of Light, and has the Warlord trait Hypological Strategist because he is Saltec. I then have my Catan Shard of the Deceiver, who has the Catan powers Antimatter Meteor and Sky of Falling Stars. They are joined by a unit of 9 Lich Guard with Sword and Board, who are running as Nihilak. That's purely so I can get access to a stratagem for them. And they are joined by 3 units of 2 Heavy Destroyers who are Mephrit. The final detachment is my Air Wing, which is made up of 3 Doom Scythes, and they are currently Saltec.
Okay, Gavin, how have you deployed?
So I've deployed really quite aggressively here because of the way that the new Champions pack works with ITC. There's no siege rule in it anymore. So deploying quite aggressively allows me to be on the front foot when it comes to turn 1, and I can basically go wherever I want. The 3 planes are sitting at the back here because they've got a maximum move range of 60 inches, so they can basically go wherever they want on the board. The Catan Deceiver has a special ability called the Grand Illusion, which basically allows me to redeploy before the first battle round, but after deployment, him plus D3 other units anywhere on the battlefield outside 12 inches of enemy units, which is really good for just counter deploying against whatever my opponent does. I've got my Lich Guard at the front to run forward and see if I can try and take objectives, and then my destroyers spread out all over the place to make use of terrain.
Go on, do you have anyone hiding in that room there?
I currently have 3 Scarabs in there.
Got some cheeky Scarabs, do you?
Yeah, their only job, which is to sit and hold an objective.
Cheeky little buggers. Right, so you're basically going to rush forward, say hello to me with all your guns.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sounds fun. Right, now I'm going to set up my army and we'll come back to you with that. Hey everyone, this is us coming back with the Raven Guard deployment. So you might be wondering why I've deployed like a bit of a buffoon. So Gavin, do you want to explain what your army does, why means you can't just clump up in a big bubble?
Yeah, so I have a very, very nice stratagem, which involves my 3 Doom Scythes, which is called Amalgamated Targeting Data. So in my shooting phase, I can have, if one Doom Scythe is within 6 inches of the other 2, I can pick a point on the battlefield that is visible to all 3 of them and within 24 inches, and instead of firing their death rays, they get to basically do an explosion. On a 4+, it's a 3-inch bubble around the point that I pick, and on a 4+, the unit that got that takes 3d3 mortal wounds. I add 1 to the result if it's got 5 or more models, or take 1 away if it's a character. And that just means that they don't fire their death rays, but they can still fire their Tesla Destructors in that turn. And it's very, very nice. And it's only 1 CP.
Yeah, basically if I was to deploy everything in a big castle, say here, it wouldn't be there after turn 1 movement.
Yeah, pretty much.
So just to quickly run you through everything is, I've got 1 unit of Scout Snipers, 1 unit of Intercessors, and 1 unit of Eliminators, protecting these 2 characters up top here. They're up top because this rune is 4 inches high, so Gavin cannot target them with his massive explosion.
Exactly.
I've got a unit of Scout Snipers here blocking off this area because your army has another trick.
Yeah, which is the Catan ability that I talked about earlier. So I can redeploy D3 units anywhere on the board outside 12 inches. So he needs to try and block off areas so I can't just deep strike in the middle of his deployment zone and then hit him.
Yeah, so the unit like his bikers will come in and tickle me with Tesla until I die.
Yeah,
so that's fun. So I've got a unit of scouts there. I've got a unit of intercessors and a unit of eliminators protecting these 2 characters here. And I've got a unit of scout snipers, a unit of eliminators, and a unit of intercessors protecting the Father of the Future who's up there. The Father of the Future is in range to give them all funeral pain, but as I said earlier, can't be targeted because they're over 3 inches away from the battle mat. And just to run you through where all the objectives are, I've got 1 here, and 1 here in my deployment zone, 1 in the middle of the board, 1 at the front of Gavin's deployment zone, and 1 under the little scarabs. And what's the bonus again?
The bonus in this mission is you gain a bonus point if you're holding the 2 objectives that you placed on the board.
So you place which ones, Gavin?
I placed number 2, which is back here, and number 4, which is where my scarabs are currently sitting.
And I placed number 3, which is there, and number 5, which is here. And what secondaries did you pick, Gavin, for this ITC battle?
I picked Gangbusters, which is basically kill off his 6-man unit of Centurions, which are currently in Deep Strike.
Yes, they are. Go over here.
And I also picked, so in the new ITC secondaries, you have to pick 1 holding and table control secondary, 1 kill secondary, and then you get to pick the last one. So my holding one is I'm taking recon, so I need to have a unit partially within every table quarter to get the point. I get double if I have 2 units in every table quarter. And then the final secondary that I picked was Reaper, which is kill. You get a point for every 20 plus wounds that you do to infantry units, basically, which is his entire army.
Yeah, I have picked ground control, which I get a point for every objective that I'm standing on at the end of the game. I'm basically going to try to outlast Gavin, hence why I've paid 3 CP to deploy everything in reserve that matters to me, which is the unit of Centurion Aggressors, the unit of Centurion Devastators, and the unit of Aggressors. Also say hi to Innes, who will be making sure that we don't mess up any rules and just generally winding us up.
Mostly the winding them up.
Yeah. I've also picked Mark for Death, which is on his 3 planes and his bikers. And then I picked... What was the last one I picked? No, I didn't do gangbusters. I did the second one. We're very professional here.
Behind your lines.
Behind enemy lines, which is basically I need to have units behind here. So basically, if Gavin doesn't screen me out, I just get 3 points. So I'm forcing him to play defensively when I know he's a very short-ranged army and wants to be up in my face. So he has to make some choices with that. So we're going to come back to you with turn 1 movement shortly. Gavin, so walk us through your turn 1 Necron movement.
So turn 1 Necron movement, I use my Deceiver's ability to move himself and the Tomb Blades here, and the Destroyers here, and then moved up in my actual movement phase with the Deceiver and the Tomb Blades to get into a nice shooting position to shoot behind this building. 3 Doom Scythes shot up the flank, trying to go for this building a little bit, and offer some fire support in other directions if they need to. The Lich Guard couldn't do much, so they just advanced, got onto the central objective as well as holding number 3. So they're holding 2 objectives for me just now. Scarabs did what Scarabs do and just sat still. Heavy Destroyers fortified that building along with the Destroyer Lord, and then the Cryptek and my Warlord moved in underneath the Destroyers over here to give them buffs.
Wonderful. And also, just perhaps at the same time, my chaplain got up both his litanies, so he's put +1 to wound closest visible onto my captain, and he's doing the fight phase. We will all misses in combat.
Yeah.
At
the end of the movement phase, my Catan did his Catan powers, so I used Scout Falling Stars, targeted the Scouts, the Intercessors, and the Eliminators. I managed to kill 3 of the Scouts, and did 3 wounds to the Eliminators with that.
Yeah, so I lost one guy and took a wound on someone else. I killed off the sergeant in there because he's further away from the main shooting force. So I want to get as much protection close to characters as possible. So Gavin, do you have anything to do immediately on camera?
Yeah, so I'm about to go into my shooting phase where I'm about to use the Doom Scythe stratagem for 1 CP.
Rip.
So, because of my Warlord trait, I get CP back every time I spend on a 5-up. So it costs me 1, so I'm down to 6 CP. 5 CP, sorry, yeah.
Cheating already.
Sorry.
Good thing we have Innes here.
The point I'm going to select is a point just behind this building, so I can basically select.
Which point was it, Gavin?
Just down here.
So you're going to basically be hitting the snipers, the scout snipers, and the intercessors in this building here.
Yeah. And then basically, this guy's going to put his Tesla in at these 2 scouts, and then the other 2 guys are going to. One of them's going to put his Tesla in against the intercessors, and the other one's going to put his Tesla in against the eliminators. Yeah,
and I will say that all these troops under here have a 6-up Feel No Pain from the apothecary as they are directly below him.
Yeah. So I now need to roll dice for my stratagem.
Okay, so you're targeting a unit with this dice roll, or?
No, so basically what happens is I have to roll for each individual unit on a 4-up.
Yeah.
They take mortal wounds.
Okay, so who are you targeting first?
So I'll start off with the eliminators. So on a 4-up, yep, they take 3d3 mortal wounds. So that's 2, 4, 5 mortal wounds on them.
Do you want to give me 2 more dice as well? Thank you very much. So these are 6-up Feel No Pains to save these guys. I make none of them, so that is the squad.
No, one should be alive on 1 wound.
You did 7 wounds, mate.
No, 5.
5. Sorry, 1 guy alive on 1 wound. Just casually crushing Gavin's models.
Yeah.
I'll get a wound dice for him in a second.
We'll get a water bottle to move them back.
Who's
then
next?
on the intercessors, this happens on a 3-up. Yep.
Yeah, that happens.
So they take 2, 3, 4. Good rolling.
I only take 2 wounds, so only kill off one guy. I'm going to kill off this chap here.
And then the scouts take it,
Yep.
and they take 3, 4, 5 wounds.
Nope, that's the scout squad dead.
So
That
that's
is
me going
first strike.
Kill one for this turn.
Yep. And first strike don't really matter because you don't have anything else to go. Thank you. There you are. So that Necron stratagem killed quite a lot of models. So anything else happening on camera? Or
I'm now going to go into the rest of my shooting.
okay, we'll come back with a summary then for that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. See you guys in a bit. Okay, and we're back after the shooting phase. So Gavin, what happened?
So basically, I obviously did quite a lot of damage here with my amalgamated targeting data stratagem. Unfortunately, I rolled a little bit low for the damage, but Chris didn't really roll any feel no pains, so
I rolled, I think, 2 feel no pains in the entire thing.
And then my shooting basically killed off the eliminators and took the intercessor squad down to 3 left.
Yeah, so we've got 3 guys hiding under there, protecting the character.
I killed off the scouts that were sitting here near to that objective.
Yep.
And then the Tomb Blades basically just hammered the squads that were underneath this building.
Yeah.
Killed off 2 intercessors and put a wound on another one.
You used a stratagem on them, didn't you, as well?
Yeah, I used a solar pulse to see if I could try and take out as many intercessors as possible.
Yeah.
Because if I'd taken out these intercessors, my destroyers and heavy destroyers could have taken out these 2 characters.
So those of you who don't know, that stratagem just means that they don't get the benefit of cover, which means I'm on a 6-up armor save rather than a 5-up, which is a huge difference. But you just got a really bad wound roll.
Yeah, unfortunately it's just one of those things that you can't always
Yep.
rely on dice. So basically that was my turn. I killed 4 units, got myself a point for my Reaper points because I've killed over 20 plus wounds, and basically it's now on to Chris's turn.
Yep, so just to summarise, you killed 1 unit of eliminators, 2 units of eliminators, 2 units of scouts, and you've injured a couple of intercessor units.
Yeah.
Brutal. So now my characters who are on this side of the board have next to no screen, so it's Operation Runaway.
I've also managed to take out a lot of his snipers, which means my characters are a little bit safer for the
Yeah.
next turn.
I've got about
8.
8 snipers there, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll come back to you with the Raven Guard movement phase. Okay, everyone, we're back after Raven Guard movement phase. Not many models left on the board, and probably done everything wrong, but let's just see what happens. So in this building here, the 3 ancestors huddled up around the Father of the Future, just basically saying to Gavin, hey, if you want to take them out, you've got to dedicate something over this side. I've moved up a 5-man unit of intercessors and my 3-man unit of intercessors to screen out the 2 characters. They're just running away at this point. I've got the scouts and eliminators under this building protecting these 2 characters here. Same thing as before, they're 4 inches up so they can't be targeted by the bombard thing, and they're behind the wall, so he has to go through both units to try and get to them. So let's see what happens in the shooting phase. Okay, everyone, this is a summary of the Raven Guard turn. So they moved around a bit, they did a little bit of shooting, and I did, 1 wound to your plane?
1 wound to the plane, which is going to heal with living metal.
And I killed a bike and a half, who's probably going to resurrect, because Necrons. Yeah, so just gotta just gotta try and weather the storm and pray that my reserves can come in with some character buffs and annihilate everything. Over to the Necron, turn 2. Okay, coming back to you with the end of Necron movement phase in turn 2. The score is currently 5-1 to Gavin, as well I had to run and hide.
Yeah.
So in the movement phase, what do you do, Gavin?
Basically what I've done is I've kind of created a bit of a screen to try and force out the zones that Chris can come in if he wants to deep strike this turn. But I've left myself with options that I can still shoot all of the stuff with my things that I want to be shooting with. The Catan used Antimatter Meteor, killed off an intercessor.
Yep, so I've only got 4 wounds guarding that Father of the Future there.
Yeah.
And now you're going to try and table me.
Yeah, I'm going to try to. We shall see if that happens or not.
Rip.
Probably, according to Innes' rules, I've probably already screwed up quite significantly, but...
I think both myself and the 4 viewers we're going to get from this are hoping so they actually get to have a game to watch. If not, it will be a very short battle report and easy editing for me.
Yeah.
We're going to come back to you with a summary of the shooting phase for Necrons. Okay guys, we're back with a summary of the Necron turn 2. So Gavin, what happened?
Basically, I killed everything that was under this building through a little bit of Tomb Blade shooting and the Catan charging in. Yep. Tomb Blades also killed the majority of the intercessors that were out in the open.
Yep.
And they got finished off by planes.
Yep.
Destroyers didn't do anything. They got a couple of shots off, but Chris rolled quite well for saves. I tried to use the Doomslide stratagem again over here. Fluffed it.
He did exactly 0 wounds.
I rolled a 1 and a 2 for the rolls to see if it got the mortal wounds. So, good fun. Took 3 wounds off of his warlord, killed his captain that was here.
Yep.
And basically
And that was with the heavy destroyers for reference,
yes.
everyone.
I rolled a 6 for damage and had 6 wounds. So.
Yeah, so now I need to bring in the reserves or I get tabled and instantly lose the game, so that's fun. So we'll come back to you with the movement summary for Raven Guard turn 2. Okay everyone, we're back with the end of the movement phase for Raven Guard at turn 2. So I'm now in the Tactical Doctor, which means I get +1 to hit and win all characters, and all my rapid fire and assault weapons are -1 AP. And what I've done is I've moved up with the scouts, so I've at least got 1 secure. I have also moved the snipers up. You can just see the Catan through the ruins there, as can the sniper lieutenant. The 5 grav dev centurions and the 6 assault centurions are dropped on here in range of chapter master buff and lieutenant buffs. And over here, the aggressors have dropped in to get behind enemy lines to hopefully kill a few of the Lich Guard and charge in to take out the Scarabs so I can start getting some board control back. Let's see how we go with the shooting phase. Okay, everyone, here's a summary of the Raven Guard shooting phase. So my snipers all kind of fluffed and failed to wound the Catan Shard of the Deceiver, apart from X and Everest, who came in and did 4 wounds to him. Then my aggressors over here shot away some of the Lich Guard, taking 2 wounds back because of a stratagem that Gavin used.
I used the stratagem, which is Dispersion Field Amplification, which boosts my invuln by 1, so I get to 3 up invuln, and any 6s I roll do a mortal wound back. Yep. So I did 2 mortal wounds in return too.
Yes, it did. Then my Centurion Assault squad shot away the six heavy destroyers with their flamers and the hurricanes, pretty much killing them exactly down to the letter.
You overkilled this 3rd squad by 2, and the other 2 you killed exactly.
However, my target priority was not so good on the planes, because I've got 1 plane left on 1 wound and 1 plane left on 2 wounds after the Centurion Devastator shot into them after using the Graphitic Amplification stratagem to let me reroll all the wound and damage rolls. So we have jumped ahead a wee bit and gone into the charge phase. My Centurion Assault got a 10 to charge into his bikers. They took 2 wounds for the troubles in Overwatch, and I'm now about to charge the Smash Captain, who's under this rune here, into that plane there, and if I can declare it, that plane as well, because they can't see me, and if I can bounce forward and kill both of them, then that'll be nice as well. Okay, just a front plane then. So we will come back to you with the charges, which we're doing on camera. Oh, also these aggressors are going to charge into his Scarabs hiding behind there, and I'll probably just charge them because they have no shooting, to see if I can get a nice wrap or something. So into my Smash Captain charge, his charge roll, he gets +2 to this because the nearby chaplain. That is a 9 + 2, that's 11, that's totally in. So we'll come back and show you where we are. Oh, sorry, 1 more charge. The aggressors are going to charge into the Scarabs and to the Lich Guard. No watch here because of line of sight. They fail that charge. 50-50 chance of getting it with the CP. I'm going to CP that. Hey, I'm in after spending a CP on the charge. So we'll come back to you. I think that's all my charge moves. We'll come back to you after I finish the charge phase. Okay, so here we are with the end of the fight phase for Raven Guard in turn 2. The aggressors absolutely munched these scarabs.
They were always going to.
They're always going to. The Centurion Assault absolutely munched these bikes.
Exactly killed.
Exactly killed.
Munched. I'm saying munched. Screw you guys. I failed to kill this plane though, which is a problem because it means he can still do his really annoying bombardment stratagem, which is going to suck. And I know he saved 1 CP for that as well. So we're going to come back to you with the movement phase for. I'm just going to do a quick score update.
So, Gavin is on Holdmore. Gavin killed 5 units that turn, I believe.
3 intercessors, 2
intercessors,
characters,
two
so
characters,
5. He
whereas
got
Gavin
1,
got
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
He got my 3 heavy destroyers.
3 heavy destroyers, scarabs, and yep. So that is a tie on kill. So Gavin gets Holdmore, Chris gets kill and hold for.
I've got behind enemy lines.
Yep, he gets 1 behind enemy lines point. He has got 1 of his mark for deaths on the Tomb Blades, and ground control is scored at the end of the game.
So what's the score in this?
So that gives us 7 for Gavin currently, 3 plus secondaries, so it's currently 12-5 in Gavin's favour.
So I've got work to do. We're going to come back to you with the Necron movement phase summary. Okay everyone, this is a summary of the Necron turn 3 movement phase. I've chosen to stay in Tactical Doctrine, and I've got +1 to wound crosses visible onto the Devastator Centurions. I have failed my charge bubble this turn, so that could hit me hard. So Gavin, what have you done with your models?
The Lich Guard are going over to see if they can have some fun times against the aggressors. The Destroyers have moved over to get line of sight down this passageway along here.
Yep.
The Catan's moved out, as has the Destroyer Lord, to see what they can do to lend support. And then the 3 planes are basically just scattered to the winds.
Yep.
While healing up to improve their ballistic skill on one of them.
Yep. Because they are living metal. They don't care if they're on 1 wound, they're on 2.
Oh yeah, I also reanimated 1 Lich Guard in my turn.
Yeah, you just can't keep them down, can you? Yeah.
Yeah. Rack it up again.
Copy strike.
Copy strike. Shush, Gavin. We apologise, YouTube. Gavin, say sorry to YouTube, Gavin.
Sorry, YouTube.
Right, we'll come back with the summary of the shooting phase for Necrons in turn 3. Okay, so we're back with a summary of the shooting phase for Necrons. Basically, everything whiffed apart from the destroyers who eradicated my Centurion Devastator Marines.
With the extermination protocols.
With extermination protocols.
Yes, extermination protocols. That was the CP he was saving, not for the explosion thing. We've just gone into the charge phase, and the Lich Guard have charged into my aggressors. They got an 8 in the charge.
Yep.
We'll do the movement when we come back. Is there any more charges?
The Destroyer Lord and the Catan will be going after.
Who are you sending in first?
The Destroyer Lord, funnily enough.
Yeah, because I can't see them, therefore they have a chance of living.
Yes.
So, your charge distance 6 inches.
It's enough.
That's in. Here. Yep. And the Catan.
What does he need before you roll it?
I need 7.
7 inches. You get it. Unfortunately, these guys are nasty in combat, so this is going to hurt. So we'll come back to you with the end of the fight phase for Necrons. So back with the end of the fight phase and the end of turn summary for the Necrons. Gavin killed 2 things, which was my Scouts and my Devastator Centurions. His Lich Guard came over and punched up 2 aggressors, and I killed 1 back.
Yeah, you did 2 damage back to me.
Yeah, it wasn't great. He whiffed a bit in combat, only killing 2 of my aggressors, and now they're free of combat, so they can do as they please. I'm hoping for something big from them because I need it. Anything else, Gavin? Do you want to say? What's the score to Gavin right now?
Gavin scored maxed his gangbusters that turn. He got 1 additional recon point, and he's maxed his Reaper. So he's currently got 11 on secondaries and 9 from primaries before we count kill and hold more for this turn.
Cool. So we're going to come back with the Raven Guards turn 3. So a summary of the Raven Guard turn 3 movement. My chaplain advanced up there just to get away from everything that's scary. My lieutenant joined him up there to get line of sight to sniper rifle that character sitting as lonesome there. That's why those two eliminators stood still. My Taskmaster is there to charge the plane from out line of sight. My Centurion and Assault have moved up to flamer the destroyers and to hurricane bolter away this plane. And the aggressors have stayed to hug and be very friendly to these Lich Guard. So we're going to go into the shooting phase now. Okay, here we are with a summary of the Raven Guard turn 3 shooting phase. My sniper rifles were able to take out the character hiding behind there. What was that character, Gavin?
Cryptic.
What does he do?
Health me with 3 animations and gives me a 5-up final pain against you.
Involved.
Involved, yeah, sorry.
So that was a good thing to get to take out. Then my Centurion assaults were able to rapid fire hurricane away that plane, and I destroyed one of his destroyer boat things. So hopefully I can make my charges, which we'll do now on camera. So the Centurion assault unit is charging his regular destroyer unit.
They need to roll a 6. We ready for that one.
3.
6 inches.
Yeah. Well, no, they're within 7, or they're within 8.
Plus 1.
Plus 1, so they need to roll a 6.
He gets 1 hit, 2 hits,
We're rolling once because I'm destroyers.
3 hits.
2 wins. EP minus 3.
Or isn't it minus 4?
EP minus 4, sorry.
So 5 up. Armor save. I save 1.
3 damage. So it kills off the one on 2 wins.
So I lose a Centurion for that, but if I make my charge, that unit should be dead. I'm totally in.
I
So-
think you should measure that. 11 inch.
11
No,
inches.
it's just not enough.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Ref's official call, it's not in.
Yeah.
Screw you guys, I'm going to
You are
Right.
wrong.
go. Shut up. And then we'll just do the Smash Captain charging into this plane. He is in with an 8-9. He's going to pop like this. And then these two guys, the last two Centurions.
That was way more than 11 inches.
Right, so we're back with the end of fight phase. So this plane is dead. They died exactly, and I killed 3 more,
Yeah.
4 more, or something like that. 3 more Lich Guard. So we're tied in numbers, but Gavin's about to do his reanimate roll. Do you want to do that on camera to see how annoying it is? 2. It's 2 back. Yay! And now he holds that objective. Is that start of turn?
That happens at the start of turn.
Okay, sweet. So, what do you have left on the board, Gavin? Because we've kind of killed each other a lot here.
Plane, Lord, plane goes up to 8 wounds left, and Lich Guard.
Yay! And, yeah, plenty of stuff. And I've got 2 Centurions, 3 Aggressors, a Lieutenant with Sniper Rifle, my Chaplain Warlord, my Chapter Master Smash Captain, and 2 Eliminators. So we'll come back to you with a summary of round 4 for the Necrons. And I'm now into the Assault Doctrine because I have to.
Powerful.
Oh, I'll do my litanies on camera, might as well. So, Charge Rubble goes off, and plus 1 hit closest visible onto the Primaris Lieutenant with Extemporis. Goes off. So we'll come back to you with a summary of Necron round 4. Okay, here we are at the end of round 4 summary. So Gavin, what happened in your turn?
Basically, I managed to take out a Centurion using my plane's Death Ray. Other than that, I just continued my fight with my Lich Guard in the building.
You also moved this guy back, right?
Yeah, I also ran him away so the Centurion can charge him in your turn.
Yep. You killed one aggressor in your turn, and then
Killed
one
one
more.
aggressor in your turn, but took another one down to 1 wound,
Yeah.
and then killed another one in your turn.
Yeah, so we'll just show you the fight over here. So there's one, it's 1-on-1, but reanimations. Yeah, you want to do them now?
Those last 6 4-up involved as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reanimations?
I swear to God, Gavin.
to get back up.
Necrons!
Chris is enjoying this.
Oh, and also you took my plane back down from 8 wounds to 6.
Yep.
He's going back up to 7.
Yeah, so in my turn, my shooting kind of fluffed. Didn't do a lot. The aggressor moved up to impose rep range and to cap the center objective. My chaplain advanced across the table to try to get ground control on later turns if he survives. And my eliminator stood still to try and snipe out the plane and missed. So yeah, so we're going to come back to you with round 5 summary once I do my litanies on camera. So doesn't really matter. Charge bubble goes off, and just for fun, Raven Guard won on himself. Goes off. Come back with the summary of.
We both do literally nothing.
Come back with a summary of the turn of round 5. So here we are with the round 5 summary.
Yep.
Of this match. I shuffled over my chaplain to cap this objective.
I finished off the aggressor that was underneath here.
Yep, the Centurion and the captain moved up to try and score behind enemy lines and to put some pressure. And I'm not quite in 12 inches range there to charge as I hoped it might be, so I'll have to get him next turn. But yeah, I'm trying to max out ground control and primaries at the same time. But we're now into round 6. I need to do my litanies. +1 to wound closest visible on himself. Goes off, and fight bubble, because why not? Does not go off. So Gavin's reanimations. He gets 1 back.
Yep.
Yay! Fun. Woo. Oh yeah, he killed my aggressors. In case we didn't mention that, but yeah, the aggressors behind there are dead. So it all looks like
8 lines of combat.
it looks like this. So yeah, we're going to come into you with the last round summary. Okay everyone, so that is the end of round 6. This is how the board looks at the end of the game. So Gavin, why don't you tell us what happened in your round 6?
Absolutely nothing. Basically my whole plan for that turn was to see if I could take Chris off a couple of the objectives, because it was final round. He had ground control, which would be worth 4 secondary points to him if he got it. So I was trying to kill the Centurion and the guy that has a sniper rifle. Lord fired into the Centurion, didn't wound the plane. Tesla into Centurion, did 7 wounds. Chris didn't roll a single 1. And then the death rate into the other guy didn't hit. So unfortunately my turn, I did nothing.
Yeah, and I think it's a similar tale of the tape from me. So my plan was to have my Smash Captain jump up to here, and if I kill this Lord, I get kill more, and the bonus, and hold more, and it would have been a massive swing to me.
Necron Lords will have an inaugural save.
Do they not?
We have a late ruling from the ref. What was that?
Shut up, Innes.
Necron Lords are only a 3 of armor save, they don't have an invulnerable save.
And you rolled 2 5s and a 6 there. And I'm also -4 because it's our doctrine. Wow, okay, so glad we got that on camera. This is actually our second take of this because my battery died. So it's a narrow win to the Raven Guard after this.
26-25 as Chris picks up kill more and bonus on him.
And that's why he makes Space Marines.
The one Necron character that doesn't have an invuln.
Well, Cryptics don't have it in combat either, do they?
No, but
okay,
I never
so
have usually.
so wow. Gavin, I'm really mean. How do you feel?
So Chris picks up a 27-25 win as he gets a ground control point, a bonus point, kill more off of that.
Yeah. So we're going to come back to you with a post game interview with everyone. And yeah, sorry about that, Gavin. And that's why we have Innes here to be the judge.
Because I sometimes know the rules.
Because he sometimes knows the rules and we never know the rules. Right, we'll come back to you with the interview. So everyone, that was an interesting battle report. It was a bit clutch. Basically, I deployed entirely wrong, I moved entirely wrong, and I still somehow won. Space Marines are balanced.
Yeah.
Gavin, how are Necrons?
They're good when they roll well. Unfortunately, if you manage to kill off whole units, which was what you were able to do there, they just suffer. because they really need their reanimation protocols to be able to do stuff properly.
Yeah, we saw the power of the Lich Guard, how the aggressors didn't really ever manage to kill them. They charged in, they got, even though they only do 1 damage, through enough rounds of combat, it just hurts.
Yeah, well that's the thing, is like, the Lich Guard are a perfect example. If they're just staying around, being annoying, not dying. If you hadn't killed, like, if there'd been 1 destroyer alive, or if you hadn't done exactly the number which you need to kill the heavy destroyers, if any of them is still being alive, there's always a chance I could reanimate. That's extra shots, more bodies, more wounds you have to clear through, and then it just becomes an uphill battle for you after that.
Yeah.
I think the only unit I actually got to roll reanimation protocols on was the Lich Guard.
No, the Bikers turn 1, I killed 1 and then you got 1 back.
The Bikers turn 1,
yeah.
but that was it.
Yeah, so if you're ever playing Necrons, really important to kill the unit you're attacking, don't leave them on a few models. I've literally had a single Immortal, 1 round and kill a Redemptor Dreadnought through because he reanimated everything in his unit, every single turn, and just tagged a Dreadnought and killed it, and it's a strength 4 model.
Well, I had a game recently, I was playing against the Kaitan comes in, takes out all my Tomb Blades bar 1, passed the morale check, and then basically reanimated them all in the next 2 turns, and they just annihilated my opponent's army. It's just one of those things.
So, if you were to change anything how you played today, what would you do? What would you take, any different secondaries?
I think my secondaries were good because I basically maxed it out, apart from Recon, which was just because you managed to get my units, I wasn't able to get into that 4th quarter in round 4 to be able to get my final point for that. My other thing that I did wrong was my planes in round 2. I spent the CP on the bomb again. I shouldn't have done that. I should have saved the CP for something else, and I should have positioned the plane slightly differently to try and screen out where his Centurions came in.
Yeah, you left a big gap, and I could go anywhere else. And
do your MVP after.
Yeah. So with me, what I would change would be, well, I think my deployment was wrong. I should have started a unit of Centurions on the board. It hurt not having them round 1. I should have said, come at me, try and deal with a unit of grab Centurions or even assault Centurions if you bring your Tomb Blades close enough.
I think the other thing that you did, which I noted when you did it, which I thought was a bit of a mistake, was when you hid all of your aggressors behind the wall.
Yeah.
You should have left some out, because then if I tried to charge you, I was getting overwatched and I was probably going to lose a lot more. And that's more of a deterrent for me, whereas because you're hidden, I knew I could charge without overwatch. So
yeah, aggressors always fire twice in overwatch. It's on the turn, and the way it's worded is that if it's your opponent's turn, they haven't moved that turn. So, I mean, that would have been
a lot of shots.
72. It would have been 72 shots plus 12d6 hitting on, even though I'm hitting on 6s.
It wouldn't have been
all
all of them.
Probably killed 2 models.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been all of them because you had 3 already behind the building.
Yeah.
But it's some shots, and therefore that 1 Lich Guard that had remaining on turn 5 isn't going to be there.
That could have been it.
And therefore you're winning by 5 or 6 points rather than the 2 points it was in the end.
Yeah, for me, I think Violent Rise was maybe a little bit too aggressive of me, because having those aggressors back within the buff ranges of all my characters would have been very nasty for you, particularly your planes, because it's a ton of shots coming in 8 -1, rerolling ones to wound. It would have probably killed off those 2 planes.
Yeah, I mean,
if I could get range on them, that was.
Yeah, I mean, the planes again they were just becoming a nuisance for you because they just weren't dying. So
yeah, and the thing about planes is that you can't hide from them. You just really can't.
Yeah, because I can go pretty much anywhere on the board and still.
Yeah, so there's no game hand and piece of LOS blocking terrain. It's just horrible.
Yeah.
And they can assassinate characters like it's nothing, but not this game apparently.
Yeah. I think a lot of the sections, I think that game very much came down to dice rolls. There were a few key moments where, looking back on that game, just one slight dice roll could have changed something.
Innes is shaking his head at the unbelievable amount of luck that I had this game. But you
shaking your head at you playing dice. Man the fuck up.
Yeah. For me, I think maybe I might change up my list again to take 4 Centurions rather than the aggressors, but the aggressors are really good for matchups where I can do Master of Ambush effectively, go and wrap something, put pressure on the lines, and I can really control the board from there. This matchup, not so much, because the only reason I would take Master of Ambush against you would be to kill a plane, and they only do 10 wins to it.
Yeah.
No, sorry, 9 wins to it on average, with all the rerolls my army can give. which is a very best case scenario. And the best thing is you can just reshuffle your army and deny and be ranged and stuff like that.
exactly.
So, if you had an MVP in your army, who would it be?
It's kind of hard to tell. The destroyers, once the destroyer shot, just ripped your Centurions to pieces. But I think probably MVP, not for damage output, but purely because of what they made you do was the planes.
Yeah.
Because just the threat of them being about was making you play in a completely different way, and that gave a little bit more of an advantage to me in that you weren't always in the place you wanted to be, and you deployed in bubbles because you were scared of my stratagem, etc.
For me, the MVP has been Mordor that won me the game. The Smash Captain.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't do... He whiffed against the plane turn 1.
Yeah, but he
killed that plane turn 2. But then coming in and getting that Lord at the end, that won you the game.
Yeah,
so,
and you trying to stick an invul past me as well.
Honestly,
It's the second time that's happened. Not Gavin sticking an invul past me, but I've had someone say that Tau Ethereal had an invul save and survived 3 rounds with 2 different Smash Captains as White Scars. So yeah.
In all honesty, I've not actually had my Lord in combat yet, so I've not actually had the chance to realise I didn't have an invuln.
Yeah, but also the Assault Centurions. Like people underestimate how good the Assault Centurions are because of they've only got the Hurricane Bolters at long range and the Flamers at short range. They focus on the Dev unit like as you did.
I focused on the Dev unit mainly because I figured that if you had failed that charge into my destroyers, or if I had been able to do something more to you in combat, then I can kite your Assault Centurions a lot easier. Whereas your Grav, because a lot of my army is 3-up saves, will tear my army to pieces.
3-up save multi-win models.
Yeah, it's tough for me against Grav.
But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for coming down.
Yep, cheers mate.
We'll bump because of the virus. So yeah, we'll come back to you with a battle report. After this one, maybe the next week or so, once this one comes out, hopefully midweek. We film this on a Sunday. It might be Innes playing, depending if you can get an army together in time. But yeah, he's not going very sheepish by the camera. Anyway, thanks for coming down, and sorry about that result. I feel so bad, so bad.
I don't.
They really don't, but it's so cool. That's just part of playing the game. So
anyway. Everyone take care. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We are a brand new channel. This is our first video, so any support you give us is great. Share us on social media. Tell your mates to come watch this. We're going to be doing more battle reports, as I said. All competitive, no narrative apart from the odd special occasion, and we're hoping to also get them on under 1 hour length. So yeah.
There's really sort of after you find out how long this is with editing.
Oh, I'm gonna make it an hour. I don't care. Anyway,
just cutting out every other word. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've been playing it far too long, but yeah. So thanks for watching, and appreciate the support, and like, subscribe, and share, and do all the good stuff. Thank you, Gavin.
Yeah, no worries.
Yep.
Nice to be here. Catch you all later.
Peace.